Recently, they buffed all boss rush characters, so in this video I'm going to show you everything you have to know about Gilgamesh, King of Heroes. So if you want to know if he's good or not, you come to the right place. Why? Because I test all my characters very in depth, and I have a spreadsheet on everything. You can check that out. Well, it's in progress, so it's not done yet, but I test all of them in different tests for both beginners and late game players. So I definitely have an accurate spreadsheet. Combine that with the fact that I'm still second best player in the raids. Yeah, it should be accurate. Anyways, subscribe if you want to see more showcases and also get access to my spreadsheet and future giveaways. And the reason why I'm in character testing, by the way, is that Gilgamesh is special. Why? Well, Gilgamesh doesn't have regular mouse one clicks. He doesn't just have a 1, 2, 3, 4 combo which has ascending damage. He has, if you look at this, if you ignore Celestial Swords, he actually has a very similar attack all of the time with similar damage. Well, it's not really. Most characters have a 1, 2, 3, 4 combo, as in the first mouse one click is the weakest, then the second is a bit stronger, the third is a bit stronger, and the fourth is the strongest, and then it resets to the first again, a 4-hit combo. Gilgamesh also has a 4-hit combo with his mouse ones, and it's worse. So the first one is the same as the second mouse one click in a regular mouse one. So let's see here. And just a regular character, 1, 2, 3, 4. All of them did more and more damage, and the third one is what the game counts as 1x damage. So if you see like 22x damage from a fruit, then it's 22 times the damage of the third M1 click here. And so here, Gilgamesh, first 3 M1s are the same if we exclude the Celestial Swords here. 1, 2, 3. They're the same if we assume that they all crits. And they all are 0.8x. So they're worse than the first, or they're worse than the third M1. And yeah, it's not the best. And the fourth attack is 1.5 times. Because this one gives 3 attacks, which is weaker, is 1.5x. So in general, it's 0.8x, 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 and then 1.5x. Which is probably a bit worse than just 0.7x, 0.8x, 1x, 1.6x, which is the normal attack for most characters. And it's definitely worse than Kurumi, who also has special M1s, because she has just stronger attacks at all times. She has basically 1.5x every single attack, I think. Doesn't matter right now. But that's why Gilgamesh is special. His M1s both have less energy and less damage, so you shouldn't really try to M1 with him. Gilgamesh's first ability is actually pretty good because it has really good damage for first ability, it's really quick, and the cooldown is very good, though the energy gain is pretty low. The second ability is slightly better, more damage, more energy gain, and basically the same cooldown, just 1 second slower. It's also really good, very fast to use. Third ability takes a bit longer to use. It is really strong and has really good energy gain, and the cooldown is really long though, and it takes a long time to use. The fourth ability is slightly stronger than the third ability, double the energy gain basically, and double the cooldown, and it also takes really long to use. The assist is really strong, 90-second cooldown though, that makes it really bad. And the assist DPS is okay, I guess. In the burst test, he's very bad because he just can't use a lot of moves. Bad pet energy gain, so he can't activate the pets, and the moves take so long and he can't spam, so it's just really bad in this test. While in the burst test, he was among the worst ones I've tested, worse than everyone I've tested so far actually. In the boss rush test, he's actually a bit better. Then he can get a bit more damage in. His first and second abilities are good. They can spam quite a lot if you can get them with the Gauro pet activation. But his other moves take way too long. Even though they're strong, they take way too long and the cooldowns are very long. And the energy gain on Gilgamesh just isn't there. So he is okay. He's better than like Mash and Mihawk. But he's worse than Kurumi, Mob, and those characters. So he's not a good boss rush character to use. In Dimensions, and specifically the regular Dimension test, just using the same level of cards as the Dimension, basically, I use... it doesn't matter. Anyway, Gilgamesh does not have a dash nor a speed boost, so Gilgamesh is not good in Dimensions at all. He is very bad, actually. The damage isn't that good, and the AoE isn't that good, and he doesn't have any speed boost or any dash. He literally has nothing. Rather, the third and fourth abilities make him stuck in place, so those actually hurt him in a dimension. The only abilities that actually are good in Dimensions is the first and second abilities, and they're not even good in Dimensions. They're just the best ones he got. So he's not good in Dimensions, and in the speedrun test, he actually did perform a bit better, because in the speedrun test, you one-shot everything anyway, so most characters that are bad in this test are basically the characters that do not have movements. And Gilgamesh is bad, but he is better than a few raid characters like Mash and Mob, because the first and second abilities doesn't make him stuck in place, and he has them basically any time. The cooldowns are so short, so you can use them. You just use them to kill everything while you just dash through the whole dimension. In the one card test though, he didn't do that good either, because his damage is pretty low. It isn't low, the individual moves are pretty strong, but he can't spam them that much except for the first and second abilities, and those are the only ones that you can spam. The other ones don't really work that way because the cooldowns are very, very slow. So he's not very good in Dimensions. When using bad gear like most of you guys do, Gilgamesh was actually pretty good, because you can use his moves. They are really strong, and sure, you don't have a lot of moves to use at all times, so you can M1, which is worse, but the first and second abilities are really fast. They have very good cooldowns, if I'm being honest with you. They are really fast, 4 and 5 seconds, like, respectively. And the third and fourth abilities, even though they're long, it doesn't matter if you don't have any moves to use, which is basically the case here, because you have such bad stuff that you don't have a move active at all times, so you just spam the moves, and it works, even with the long end lag. So it actually works. So in the bad gear test, he did pretty good. He did better than most limited raid characters, or, well, the current limited raid characters, and he did among the better ones among the boss rush characters. But when using a bit better gears, like Garopet, but not Celestial, not the best gear, he did very badly. He does not benefit from Garopet that well. He does not have a good combo. He doesn't have good energy gain, so he doesn't benefit from Pet either from that way. He just doesn't have a good combo with Garopet. So he's really bad. Did among the worst among the boss rush characters. Not that good. And using meta gear, so the best gear in the game basically, he did about the same, just as bad. Because Gilgamesh does not really benefit from the meta pets, the meta gear. He's not that guy. He could probably perform pretty well with Kurumi pets, maybe even better with Kurumi pet than he does with Garo pets. So that's something I could test eventually if I get a Kurumi pet again. But Gilgamesh is worse than all the limited raid characters currently that you can get, and did also worse than all the boss rush characters. So he's actually the worst boss rush characters if you have good stuff. So here's the overview of Gilgamesh again. We have the special Gilgamesh M1s with the pattern, with the energy gain and everything, the damage, the energy gain, the cooldowns and everything like that. We have the assist DPS, the assist damage, and we have how good he performed. Now I haven't tested the other boss rush characters, but this is the first one I tested, and I will make more like videos on the other 4 boss rush characters. I've also been working on them already. Now all of that information you can find in my spreadsheets. Subscribe if you want more video showcases, and for me to just continue working on the spreadsheets. Now Gilgamesh is the first boss rush character I've made a video on, and I will make boss rush videos or videos on the boss rush characters Broly, Kokushibo, and Alice as well. Now, I'm going to make a Kokushiba video next because that's what you guys wanted, and Gilgamesh first. So here the Gilgamesh video is. Anyway, Gilgamesh seems to be the worst boss rush character in general, because in raids, he's the worst, and in Dimensions, he isn't that good, but I haven't tested the other characters yet, but I'm pretty sure he's probably gonna be worse than them, the other characters, especially Kokushiba and Alice. I'm not sure about Broly, because those have dashes, and Gilgamesh does not have a dash. So Gilgamesh is not very good at raids, is not very good at dimensions, and sure, he's pretty good in like as an assist and in boss rush, but he isn't really that good. The only thing you would use him for is maybe an assist, but then he isn't really a good assist either, if I'm being honest. So if you get a Gilgamesh, maybe use him as an assist if you don't have anyone else, but in general, Gilgamesh is not someone you should get, which is sad to see, because way before, Gilgamesh 1 and 2 abilities had very good energy gain, and then you can spam so much. He was one of the best characters in the game. Then they nerfed him, and his energy gain on first and second abilities are not very good. So yeah, Gilgamesh is not very good. If you get him, yeah, it's okay, but you should not buy him. Try to buy someone else. Well, next video, I'm going to make a video on Kokushibo to see how good he is. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, and see you in the next one.